Well, President Barack Obama's agenda has been rejected. Remember, he said before the election that his policies were on the agenda. Well, the American voters told him what they thought of those policies. He, of course, didn't listen. Now he's set to go around Congress to legalize millions of illegal aliens. He's giving voters the middle finger. He's rejecting our democratic system. He's turning it into the Democrat system, big D, Democrat system. Failed policies. And he's placing our nation in grave danger. In 2012, voters re-elected President Obama, but they did not make him king. Yeah, they re-elected President Obama, and I say quite often in some speeches that I give that, the era of Obama is almost over. Got 2 more years, right? Soon it'll be over, and we'll survive this president. The question is, can we survive the people who voted for him twice? But some folks did. But they did not make him king. By using his pen and his phone that he threatens to use as his mighty weapons against the wishes of the American people whom he is to serve, he's betraying our trust. In 2014, the voters elected a new Congress, one that stands opposed to President Obama's agenda. We voted this Congress in to stop Obama's agenda. The GOP majority has no obligation, no responsibility to work with Obama to usher in more of his agenda to fundamentally transform America. No, we voted to stop Obama. But to President Obama, well, democracy is an inconvenience. It's something to be discarded when the votes don't go his way. The solutions to major national problems require consensus and the rule of law. The president, though, disregarded all those elements to pass Obamacare, and he's set to do it again with amnesty by executive fiat. He doesn't understand the way it's supposed to work. Really, this is the epitome of giving the American people the middle finger. He's endangering our nation by doing this. Now, already we have a crisis on the border where we don't have the resources or the will to control who enters our nation. Some bad characters can freely cross that border because it is so porous. I mean bad characters, terrorists even. There's nothing there to sift out the bad guys. Well, think how grave that crisis is going to grow if we continue to send the message now, an even louder message from the president, louder to the world, that illegal entry will be rewarded. Lawlessness in the United States of America will be rewarded. That our president, in a quest to appease one part of his shrinking political base, is willing to disregard the law as long as he believes the new illegal entrants will be his loyal supporters. You know, he and the White House, they can't even bring themselves to term illegal immigrants illegal immigrants. They would prefer to call them undocumented Democrats. Illegal immigration could move from a flood to a tsunami, and our swamped Border Patrol officials will be utterly unable to manage the crisis, as they're already telling the powers that be. Our Border Patrolmen and women, they with the boots on the ground, right on the front line, they're telling their bosses and politicians who are making the decisions, holding the purse strings, that they can't manage the crisis already. They can't close the borders without the resources and the political will allowing them to do so, much less the coming crisis that's going to be even greater. Poor illegal immigrants, too, they're going to arrive in even greater numbers, and our social services will be overwhelmed. Our social services that are already bankrupt, they're going to be overwhelmed. Why are we doing this? Our public health system, it could strain to the breaking point, and yes, there will be even more opportunities, as I say, for terrorists to cross the border and terrorists to even qualify for free American services that you're paying for. What about the economic consequences for hardworking Americans of all races and backgrounds who are here legally, whether born here or came on over legally? in order to make a better life for themselves, for their family, to contribute, to work really, really hard to help build the nation. Well, for decades, middle-class Americans have seen their wages stagnate and shrink, and a new flood of cheaper illegal labor that's coming. That's the last thing that working class Americans who are here legally and working so hard, that's the last thing that they need. Now we know President Barack Obama doesn't care about the consequences. Do you ever ask yourself, why is he doing this? There's no logic behind what it is he's doing. You can explain it away, I guess, by saying he just doesn't care. But Congress must care. Let them stop the president. Let us tell them to stop the president. Defund his amnesty and defund all those programs and projects, all those things that are going to send that open invitation for more illegal immigrants to come on over the border. Defund his amnesty and defend the rule of law.